So, why is it that if we like doing something, we keep doing it over and over again until we stop liking it? Hello, everyone. Welcome to Narisa with MS. This is Naren, and it's time for a Thoughtful Thursday. And this Thoughtful Thursday, I was actually thinking about, you know, what it feels like to really. Okay, so as you can see, I actually connected everything, and I have used this twice today. It's actually a lot of fun to use, and I definitely did enjoy my leg bouncing on its own while the session was going on. But there is something that is very interesting that it's not the same thing, but it definitely got me thinking, and that is the fact that after a session on this EMS, um, this EMS machine is done, my legs feel almost jittery, like they're vibrating. And while they are vibrating, I also feel that I almost felt it was comparable to what used to happen when I used to meditate very deeply. And because there was that same level of vibrations where I could feel that my hands, my legs are shaking, vibrating, in fact, and vibrating to such an extent that sometimes I would think that I wouldn't be able to hold anything, hold a glass in my hand, for instance, or even be able to walk properly because my body was just vibrating so much. And to some extent, I, at least at the start, and considering meditation happened before, obviously it was after meditation, I thought the vibrations were more on the dangerous side than actually on the you know positive side. But now seeing that even after using the EMS machine and experiencing the same, almost a very similar form of you know vibration, I feel so happy that okay, that means that there is definitely some positivity happening. But it's funny that the way my body tries to show that there might be some form of improvement is by doing something that definitely is going to catch me off guard and definitely going to make me feel a little unsure of myself, even though I know it is better for myself, right? I mean, the last thing I think anyone wants to experience is just uncontrolled vibrations, right? Almost feeling um, kind of like, uh, it's very hard to actually share how much the vibrations happen, because it's a little like you know I'd say if you've ever tapped your phone very very quickly, so it's faster than that frequency, but it's slower than, let's say, if your phone is on vibrate mode and it vibrates in your pocket. So it's in between. uh, you know I know the the spectrum in between, you tapping something and your phone vibrating is of course very large. But both of these things are happening faster than a second. And if you want to think that, okay, this is a magnitude that is faster than a second, but it's also not so fast that you know it's it's not actually, that it literally feels like your foot is brushing against the ground. It just feels almost like a pulsating form of vibration. But because I feel the vibration throughout my body, especially my legs, I wonder, you know if there are any drawbacks, any downsides to it. So that is definitely a question I have for you, where if you do experience vibrations, right, be it vibrations from meditating, be it vibrations from EMS machines, or any other vibration that is more happening inside your body because whatever was causing the vibration has finished, how do you kind of protect yourself against any damage that might just happen because you're vibrating? And I know this might sound odd, but the vibration is not technically external. You can barely see the vibrations if they actually happen. They're mostly internal, but because they are still there, they're still internal. I sometimes fear if there might be some negative repercussions as a result of vibrating, even though I definitely do like my EMS machine. Actually, today I ended up doing 2 sessions, one after another, and both sessions were just magical. So I hope I can continue doing this and hopefully find just the right place where I can sit down and actually enjoy each second of experiencing whatever the EMS machine is doing, or even for that matter, uh, even for that matter, meditation. Because right now, the one issue that I kind of have is that meditation does not allow me to go as deep. So a lot of times I feel a little more reactive when I hear a small sound or something or the other happens that is different from what status quo is. So yes, please do share your thoughts about all of the things that I discussed. So while vibrating, do you ever fear that there will be some negativity, or something negative could happen? More than negativity, but more that something negative could happen, right? You could fall, you could trip, something like that. Of course, one thing that you can also share is um, whether what do you do when you actually do experience the meditations, right? How long do they last? What do you do to kind of get rid of them if you want to get rid of them? And how do you and really, if we are talking about meditation, how can you go back to meditating that deep, right? What are some of your tips and tricks? So please do share your thoughts, your insights, your experiences, so that we can get a conversation started. But of course, with all of that said, this is Nareen's Life with MS. I am Nareen, and I don't think I have a lot more to say, but I do have to say it is Thursday, which means Friday. Tomorrow is Friday. That means the weekend is we're almost at the weekend, so hopefully you have all your party materials out. I hope you've got your pillow fluffed up so that you can get the much needed rest you needed, that much needed rest that you deserve after this week. And of course, since I have nothing else to say, here's me wishing you a good night, sweet dreams, and I will catch you tomorrow.